Yo guys, what is happening? Welcome back to Global Games and welcome to another episode of the Minecraft Let's Build a City series. So today we got working on this new gray and white modern condominium. It features 4 units per floor with 4 balconies and a cool checker pattern on the side. Let's just jump right into building it. Alright guys, jumping into things here, we're going to be using a white and dark gray color scheme. Now I did just want to mention real quick, these other buildings that you see in front of me, I had a little bit of a hard drive issue. They may already be up on the channel, videos on how to make these, or they might be coming out in the future, or they might not ever come out at all, depending on if those files get restored or not. But if you are interested in how to build these buildings, there's a possibility that you'll see a video coming out on them in the future. However, for right now, we're just going to be focusing on a new building right here. We're going to be building a modern condominium with this really cool white and gray pattern. I think I'm actually going to go ahead here and use white glass just because we are going for a little bit more of a beachy theme. The only other thing that I'm concerned about is that the road has to come all the way down here, which means it's definitely going to have to cantilever over here somehow. And then probably just end right about here, and then we'll have a little driveway that goes down to this building and this building, which will be right there. But for right now, we're just going to work on this building. I think we should be okay, though, in terms of the road. All right, so build this building. I'm going to be following a pretty standard building pattern here. We're going to be going 2 blocks out like so. Then we're going 1 back like that. We're going to be going like so. And we're going out 5 blocks on this piece right here. Going up again like this, and then we're going to be going out the next 2 blocks. So like 1 there, 1, 2, 3. This one's going to be cantilevered over the water. It's going to be pretty cool. That's what I planned for at least, and we'll see how it looks at the end. Or I might have to do a little bit of terraforming, not make it look so ridiculous, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, on the front now, we're going to be going with a 2-block pattern like so, and I don't think I'm going to put the balconies on the sides there. I'm actually going to do just 1 main balcony over here because we're going to have 4 wide a width here at the end. So we're gonna have a balcony go like that for both the rooms, and it's just gonna kind of stick out like that, and then we're gonna have 1 more window right here, and that's gonna be the width of the building. Pretty simple pattern. It'll be pretty easy to follow, I believe, and overall I think we'll get a good looking building out of it. We're gonna be kind of following the theme of that building a little bit here, but just using some different colors and maybe a little bit of different designs as well. Anyway, over here for the balcony, we're gonna be cantilevering over quite a bit here, and we're gonna see if we can make it look good. We're going out 3 there and 3 there. We are pretty far out from land right now, so this should be interesting to see if we'll actually be able to pull this off. But I think we will be able to, hopefully, and then we'll see how it looks. All right, next step is we're doing these 3 wide sections. Then we're going in 1 like so. And then we're going to go along here, build a 3 wide section, or a 5 wide section, my apologies, right here. That's actually 6, so we can put our next pillar right here, put 1 right here, and then continue our last 3 wide sections right here. Now I decided to do windows like this on the building. We kind of use this theme on the Modern Cafe over there. So I'm going to just be doing something like this all along. And then for these sections, we're going to leave them open because they are balconies, but they're actually going to step back like this basically. So they're going to be much like this, and little square cutouts, and people can have doors and whatnot. This is actually only too tall, so that's incorrect. But so the white line from there will go above when we clone it, but we're just going to go ahead here and put the doors in right like this. Continuing around this corner, we're going to be doing the exact same window style, and then we're going to get to this middle part over here, which is 5 wide, and this is where I want to do a really cool little checker pattern. You know what, actually, I was thinking a checker pattern, but it might just be cooler if we do a stripe pattern like so, maybe. Kind of nautical, but in a different color, you guys know what I mean? Because we are in a beach town here, and I do like the idea of the stripe pattern, so maybe we'll try that, and if we don't like it, we're going to go back at the end and change it. But I think something simple like that might just do it for this building. Once again, getting to the balcony part, we're going to be stepping back a block here and then putting in the doorways, and then I'll show you guys quickly how to lay out each one of these units or how I go about doing that. You know what, guys, I decided to actually remove this column right here on both sides because we're going to do something cool with glass I'm going to show you in a few seconds. But for right now, we'll leave it like that, and then we're going to go along here and then add our last little bit of windows in, and then the pattern in this other 5 wide section. Just like so, we're getting our cool little nautical pattern, whatever you want to call it, just like that. And that is going to be the first floor of this modern condominium. We also have this one right here, which is going to make it be pretty cool because we're going to have a bunch of them along the coastline here. It's going to look pretty awesome. Okay, so I said I wanted to go with white glass. I'm still going to stick to that, I believe. And then we're just going to simply go up here and do a little glass pattern like this. Instead of having the wall there, I think it just looks a little bit better. Exact same thing on the other balcony, like so. And now I'm just going to go along here with each one of the windows and fill them in with white stained glass. All right, now that we've got all the white stained glass in place, I'm ready to put in my floor. I've decided to use a spruce plank floor for the interior floor, but we're going to have to use keep on this one to make sure that we don't delete any of the white concrete blocks underneath the doorways. So for right now, we're just going to go, oh, not kelp, spruce planks, and come on, oh man, typing on this, and then keep, there we go. Might even want to replace these doorways because the doors will be on the outside, so we can actually add those right now. They're going to be dark oak, and we're going to put them like so on the outside. The other option that you could do here to make it kind of look cool as well is to do an all-wide white glass pane like that. You probably want to keep that in that case. You want to keep that block in, but that's the other option. That actually doesn't look that bad on this building, but I'm kind of liking the door. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think we're going to stick with the door, and then maybe we'll put maybe glass above it. I think that could work pretty well. Oh, spruce would have actually not been a bad idea for this building either, now that I'm looking at it. No, but we'll go with the gray concrete, and then we will go with the door, and then a piece of glass, like so. Kind of cool that way. I kind of like that. I think we're going to leave it. Okay, so we got the glass exactly the same on this side with the door in place, and now we'll show you guys how I would quickly lay out the interior. Without going into too much detail here, we're going to draw a line basically dividing this entire thing into 4s, and then that will give us 4 units for the building. Once you get in here, I'm just going to open up these sort of lines and where they meet, and that will be my little hallway entrance as to where people can get into their rooms. You'd probably want to place some doors like so. Once I had that in place, I'd probably just put a little ladder here some people can get from each floor, and that would basically be it. And there you go. You'd obviously build those all 3 blocks tall, and then you have units that people could live in. All right, so I'm going to leave that as the inside for right now, just because I guess I could put a little ladder in here just so people can get up, but yeah. We're just going to leave it like that for right now. And then if I want to come back later and do the interior, I can. But I've placed the torches in now just on each one of the pillars, the white pillars in between. And that's going to give us enough light here, hopefully, in the building. So I think we're ready to clone it up. Let's grab this corner over here. All right, so I've grabbed both my corners. Now I'm ready to start pasting the building up. I don't know how tall I'm going to go with this building. Probably not as tall as that one right there. Maybe just short of it. And then I think we'll leave it at that. Okay, so I am definitely not sticking with the gray stripe pattern because that is just... That is something, but we're definitely not doing that. Unless these were blue. What we can try is try this with blue. So let's give that a shot here real quick. And that might kind of look cool, but otherwise, I don't think it's going to fly. So again, using this command right here, we're just going to use blue concrete, replacing it with Minecraft gray concrete. And just like so, that actually looks not as bad as I thought it would. It's something. I don't know. I think I'm going to save that for another building just because I'm not a big fan of it. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to go down to the bottom layer again, and I'm just going to redo each side. So I've decided I think I'm just going to go for the checker pattern here. That was kind of a fail, but no worries. We'll just go with this. I don't know why. I always like the checker pattern, though, on these buildings. They tend to look pretty cool. So I'm going to go along here on the other side and do the exact same thing, and then we will be good to go. And there we go. With the checkers on both sides, I'm going to go ahead here and re-clone the building. And there we go. Just like that, we got a cool checker pattern, and I'm much happier with that. I might actually put this one up a little bit higher. I'm not going to lie. I think it would actually look better up there, and it would add a nice little bit to the skyline. That does look a little bit ridiculous, but to be honest, I think it kind of fits in. It does kind of ruin the beach vibe of this cafe, though. I don't know, though. It could still be really fun. This cafe is very blocked in, though, isn't it? Nevertheless, I think we're going to leave it like that, because this is supposed to be like a downtown on a beach. So I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. And then we'll just go along here and add the top floor. To do that, it's actually pretty simple. We're just going to go along here and add a Minecraft white stain or white concrete on the top here. Then we're going to go along, add a little bit out for the balcony on each side, and then we're ready to go along here and add our gray. Right in here, we're just going to dip it back by 3 blocks, and then that's going to give us, actually by all the blocks, what am I saying? And then that's going to give us a nice little design there. And there we go. I'm pretty happy with that building right there. Still don't know about the cafe. It's kind of blocked in there, so I may have to do some sort of modification where we have a little railway around, or it's just something that ties it into the water better. But I'm definitely happy with this building. It's kind of floating out, so I'm going to have to do some terraforming as well and see if I can get it to fit in here. Whether I put it up on stilts or not, I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to put it up on stilts, though, because it looks a little ridiculous. So I'll probably just build a nice big foundation that goes right down the water or whatever. So I'll figure something out for that. Anyway, there you guys go. That's the building. I kind of want to see it from this angle because it's the angle that we're actually going to see it from in the main waterway here, if you will. Yeah, it looks pretty good from that angle, and I'm pretty happy with how that kind of ties in the skyline there. All right, guys, well, lots of work still needs to happen in the city here, but I'm pretty happy with where we're at now with buildings, and overall, I think the one turned out pretty well. So with that said, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to go below, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next video.